Hi, I'm Arpita and welcome back to my channel. So, I booked this spontaneous trip with my girlfriends to Portugal in May, and honestly, it was exactly what I needed. Airport is full, and we are going Faro, Portugal.
Portugals.
This is my side chick and my main chick, always. Welcome to our hostel room. Although it's a hostel room, but it's amazing, especially because we have a private view here. I love it. We are now ready. From looking like I don't know, lost
Princesses from Hamburg
no
to queens of Portugal.
no, we looked homeless in the morning at 4, but now
And a car is going to hit us.
we have basically we have crashed our hostel. We didn't get a room yet we dressed up in the hostel, and we are out and about for the day, and the first stop is
Brunch.
brunch. Faro has so many amazing brunch spots, but we ended up going to the one nearest to our hostel.
Beach जाओगे beach?
Next, we thought we'd head straight to the beach, but first we wanted to explore the city center. So we started at the local market right by the Faro Marina. This little spot is actually pretty famous and a must visit for tourists. From there, we wandered into Faro Old Town, and the cobblestones, whitewashed houses, and the historic city gate. Honestly, the best place to soak in that traditional Portuguese atmosphere. And it reminded me so much of Goa in India. Thanks to the Portuguese influence, the architecture feels surprisingly familiar. We then visited the Chapel of Bones, which is lined with the skulls of almost 1,000 monks. Not exactly the most exciting stop, but definitely a unique one to check out. I don't know.
Onam guess in which quadrant it will left. This.
We also went to Faro Cathedral. It was such a charming place. And if you climb at the top, you get one of the most beautiful panoramic views of the entire town. Finally, we made our way to the beach. Blue skies, soft waves, and warm sunshine. My heart honestly danced with joy. We tried some local treats and spent the whole evening watching the sunset. These slow moments, talking, laughing, and just being, they always end up becoming my favorite memories from any trip. Next day, we started slow and just chilled at hostel for a while. We found here, we tried this, is amazing. It's with chicken, and this one is with shrimp. And they told us the name, but we cannot remember it because it's very hard to pronounce.
Is this Tulsi?
Day 2, and we are out and about for the day. We had our breakfast, and we have been trying to get our hands on a sunscreen, but I must say that if you are coming to Portugal, please buy your sunscreens from before, because the sunscreens are super expensive. We don't know why, but yeah, it's either sunscreen or you really spend a lot, or you get toasted like us. So be wise, guys. Day 2 was all about island hopping, something our hostel receptionist insisted we shouldn't miss. It turned out to be an extremely windy day, definitely not the ideal weather for a boat trip. But you know how it is with friends. There's a shared sense of thrill and bravery, and suddenly everything feels like an adventure. So off we went, hair flying, jacket flapping, And honestly, we were so relieved to see we weren't the only crazy ones out there braving the Our first stop was a desert island, and honestly, the name couldn't be more accurate. It was completely deserted. And right at one corner of this quiet, untouched landscape stood the cute lighthouse, the kind you see in storybooks. Island where they signs of other life, except some flies and birds. Next, we headed towards Kulatra and Faroe Islands, and out of the two, Faroe really stood out to me. There was something so peaceful and charming about it, from the colorful little houses to the quiet sandy paths. A one day island hopping tour is perfect for all the water lovers out there, but honestly, I'd recommend choosing a non windy day for the best experience. Ours was wild and fun, but I can only imagine how dreamy it must feel when the sea is calm. Once we were back, we took a long shower to wash off all the salt and wind and then grabbed dinner at a small local joint nearby. We were exhausted in the best way possible, that kind of tiredness that only comes after a full day of adventure. By evening, all we wanted was a warm bed and a good sleep, and trust me, we knocked out instantly. Day 3, our final day, was all about one last adventure. We headed out for a coastal cliff hike along the Seven Hanging Valley Trail in the Algarve, and the views were absolutely unforgettable. The path stretched along dramatic cliffs with the ocean crashing below us. Hidden coves peeking through, and every few minutes we'd stop just to soak in how stunning everything looked. It was the perfect ending to our trip. Calm, beautiful, and exactly what my soul needed. In exchange for pictures. As our trip came to an end, I couldn't help but feel grateful for the laughter, the quiet moments, the breathtaking views, and the memories we created together. Portugal, you would be unforgettable, and this trip will stay in my heart forever.